All right, we're now joined by Locked On Razorbacks host John Neighbors, who is in Providence as we speak. John, how's life up there in Rhode Island?
It's pretty great, actually. I mean, the weather's not been too bad, and got to see a few practices yesterday for all the teams that are here, all of them excited. A lot of Hall of Fame coaches up here in Providence, so it's been pretty great so far.
All right, man, that's good to hear. Well, I know we talked briefly right after the selection show on Sunday, but you've had some time to digest everything. How do you feel now about this matchup with Arkansas and Kansas?
Well, I kind of feel the same way that I felt about pretty much every other game this year for the Razorbacks. You feel that you can win, and in some cases you feel like you should win, but this is the NCAA tournament after all. I mean, you have teams that can get hot from three. You have teams that can have their worst shooting night. You have teams that can't stop one particular player because of the matchup. It's just always a crapshoot. And in this particular case, Arkansas is going up against Kansas. Bill Self, Hall of Fame coach. I know their team isn't as good this year as what they've been in previous years, but they're still a good team. I like Arkansas's chances, especially the way that they're playing, especially the way they're getting Boogie Flan back, but I'm always going to be nervous about these types of games. There's no question about it.
Hey, man, I'm right there with you. But before we go on, I do want to zoom out a little bit before we talk about this Kansas matchup. I want to zoom out and talk about the season as a whole it's been for this team. You got a new head coach, a completely new roster, start out 0-5 in the conference, dealing with a lot of injuries. Just how impressive is it that they've made it to this point and are playing in this game?
I mean, you have to give a lot of credit to them. I know that so many people, myself included, felt like there was a stretch during the season where they weren't going to make the postseason, not going to make the NCAA tournament. But yet they kept fighting, and they kept getting things that went against them. They kept having injuries. They kept having guys that were banged up or getting into foul trouble or whatever it was. But they kept on fighting. And the fact that here we are in Providence for the NCAA tournament, and not only do we feel strongly about the chances of them beating Kansas, but could potentially be back into the Sweet 16 is incredible considering where they were just 2 months ago. So you got to give a lot of credit to John Calipari. I know he doesn't get any credit from anybody else these days, it seems like, but the dude is a Hall of Fame coach for a reason. It's not just because he had a bunch of great players. There's a lot of coaches that have a lot of great players, but he has definitely done an absolutely outstanding job coaching this team, getting them ready for this moment. Now they just got to continue on and finish at home and go on a run here.
Yeah, and you mentioned this moment, Arkansas and Kansas facing off in about 30 minutes. John, what do you think, if they're going to get the win tonight, what do you think they got to do well in this game?
Well, it's very plain and simple. They just have to hit their shots. I know that you could say that about everybody, but it's truly the thing about Arkansas is that I like their defense. I like what they'll be able to do defensively. I like what they're going to be able to do in a lot of cases, whether it's getting to the hole, maybe making their free throws, whatever it is that they're going to do, rebounding. I like what they're going to do, but it just comes down to, can they hit their shots? Can their guys that they've counted on all season long be those guys? Can Nelly Davis be the Nelly Davis that we've seen? And now he's in the NCAA tournament, a guy that made it to a Final Four. Can he be that guy? Can Jonas Adu still be that physical presence underneath? Can Big Z go out there? I know he's dealing with that thumb, but can he go out there and hit a few threes for you and really stretch out the defenses? They just got to get their shots, hit their shots, do their thing, and I think they'll be fine. But you know, if they come out here and looking like they did against South Carolina in that second half of the SEC tournament or something like that, it's going to be a long day for the Razorbacks.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, you got to do a lot of things right if you want to take down Kansas. John, we appreciate your time as always. And hey, man, hopefully we'll be talking about what a potential second-round matchup could look like for the Hogs on Saturday. All right, sound good?
It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot more fun if Arkansas is there, but we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, John, thanks so much. John Neighbors of the Locked On Razorbacks podcast. You can catch him every weekday streaming on THV 11+. That is our free app, only available on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire Stick.